Record. We are ready to go. Okay, so this is everything you need to know about metabolism. This is one of my absolute favorite topics to discuss because it has been such a huge change, not only in my life, but the people that I've connected with who've gotten started on the program and just starting to incorporate different things into their daily routine. These are some great ways to make some big changes. So this is me. My name's Kara Kading, and I have been teaching on Doterra and healthy living, natural lifestyle, natural alternatives for the past 7 years now, going on 8 years. And Metapower is something that we're going to dive into and highlight and talk about. But once I learned more about metabolism, it's been about a year now, and with this program, like I said, it is something I sing from the rooftops because this is me. I'm not in my underwear. I'm in Target swimming suit. Okay, that's what that is, not my underwear. But you can see the changes. So this is, me at the beginning. And then I think this is month 1 and then month 2. So big changes, the way things that progress. And then we'll dive in and talk about that and really helping to understand what metabolism is. But since I've been using Metapower, I've lost 20 pounds, which is really fun. And I have more energy and better mental clarity, less inflammation. So that means like less aches and pains as I move throughout the day. My hair, skin, nails, all of those things have definitely improved, and better mood management. So, and one of the very first things that I noticed is that the internal heat of my body is gone. So one thing that I struggled with for the past couple of years was that I was just hot all the time. I was just like, oh, I couldn't, look at big, heavy sweaters. In the summer, especially, I hated the heat and humidity. And we were always blasting the air conditioner. Everyone else in my family was all like bundled up with like sweatshirts on and down comforters. And here I am sweating with a fan on my nightstand. And since I've been using this system, I'm not doing any of that anymore. So everyone is very grateful that mom has returned to a normal temperature. So I'll explain kind of what all that means, but I will really set the intention for this class. And it's really to remind you that you were created to be whole and well. Everything I share is to help you get back to that place by learning about the importance of metabolic health and ways to dramatically improve it. So tonight you'll learn how to live younger longer, okay, and put more life in your years. And I'll explain like what that means, because sometimes people are like, I don't even get that. Like, I don't even know, how does that happen? I will explain it, okay? All right, so these are some things that we're going to talk about, and I want you to, if you have a pen and paper anywhere that you can write this down, or maybe just mentally take note. Sometimes you're aware of where your pain points are, sometimes you're not. So it's good to see a good visual and kind of analyze these 6 aspects of your daily routine or of your life. So your energy levels. Do you feel that throughout the day you are struggling, like you just don't have the energy or the motivation to be able to get throughout the day? Do you feel sluggish when you wake up in the morning? Does it take a while? Does it take a few cups of coffee to get moving? Or middle of the day when you start to feel tired, do you feel like you need that extra boost of coffee to get going? Do you feel that you struggle with your weight? Is this something that no matter what you do, it feels like it's always stuck? It doesn't matter how much you exercise or what you're eating, that your weight is just stuck? Or you have these fluctuations, like you lose the weight, you feel really good, and then you start to gain it back up again. Mood management. So are you, throughout the day, do you feel like you are in a stable mood where you don't have that roller coaster, those highs and lows? How are you feeling throughout the day? And of course, we're all normal, no one's perfect, but just overall in general. And then your sleep routine. So how are you sleeping? How are you feeling? Are you getting that good restorative sleep at night on a regular basis? Again, we all have those nights where we didn't sleep well or something happened or whatever it is. But in general, how is your sleep? And your mental clarity. So do you feel that you're still suffering from like a brain fog or having trouble being able to focus or remembering things? That can be really frustrating. So how is your mental clarity? And then your stress levels. So how are you feeling on a, stress level? Do you feel like you're always at the high, like a 9 and a 10 and always stressed out and strung out? Or do you feel like you're kind of right in the middle? I mean, some stress is good in our life, right? And as long as it's not impacting our health, but it keeps us moving, keeps us thinking, keeps us coming up with different options or ways to get things done. But we want a healthy level of stress, right? We don't want to be completely stressed out. It affects everything. So kind of take note of that, just so we can kind of, as I'm talking about things, you'll be like, oh yeah, like I'm struggling with sleep. This is making sense, okay? So we're going to talk about 3 important things about metabolic health, and so we're starting to learn all about your metabolism. So know that poor metabolic health impacts everyone. And when you first hear about metabolism, a lot of times people say the first thing that they think about is, weight loss and energy. But there's so much more to your metabolic health. Actually, your metabolism impacts all of your systems in your body. And to understand what good metabolic health means, that means that your body can digest and absorb nutrients from food with healthy, stable levels of blood sugar, blood fat, and insulin. So fluctuations in these levels are natural, but it's important to avoid these high glucose spikes, okay, which can contribute unfavorably to long-term health. So only 6.8% of the US adult population has this optimal cardiometabolic health. Okay, that means that only 6.8% can function without the assistance of different aids for like your blood pressure or your cholesterol levels, or they aren't struggling with weight, or they don't have the pain and inflammation. Okay, so the other 93% of us in the United States have these issues, and that's why we came out with these products, with these solutions for it. Okay, because 93% is pretty high. So to understand, there are actual like pillars of metabolic health. These are things that have a direct impact on your metabolism. One is healthy eating. We all know we should be eating healthy, right? We know how good this is for our body. It's so important that we're fueling ourselves with good nutrition throughout the day. And I try to, my best tip for this is to make sure, as we're trying and focusing on eating healthy, when we purchase those healthy foods, as soon as I get them home, I get all of my fruits and veggies, especially get everything washed and try to get everything cut and prepped as much as possible. So like I love to snack on cucumbers, and so do my kids. But if I just buy a cucumber and I just put it in the refrigerator, nobody eats it. It gets like, it starts to just completely rot. I'm like, why didn't anyone eat the cucumber? You guys love cucumbers. But if I get it home and I cut it, I put it in slices, I put it in a container in the fridge, it is gone in a heartbeat. The same way, like with pineapple, when you get it, like who's going to cut a pineapple, right? It's no fun. So get it cut, get it prepped and ready, all cubed up, and it is gone like within 24 hours. So make sure that you're prepared and you have that time to be able to prep and have it ready, because your body will thank you if you nourish with those good nutrients instead of it is, sometimes it's easier, right? Just to open the pantry door and grab a bag of chips. But if you have it prepped, it will be so much easier. Daily movement. So moving our body, even 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day is a great goal. And it can be any type of movement. Okay. Sometimes I know I love to walk. I love to be outside here in Wisconsin. Any time of year, it feels amazing out there to me. But, sometimes I can't. And so being able to, there's so much free online on YouTube available, or maybe you have a program, or maybe you've got an accountability partner. That's super helpful, that you guys go to a gym and you go work out together. But getting that daily movement, keeping up variety, I think is always a good thing. But moving your body, of course, is not only going to help with your metabolism, but it also even aids in digestion. And healthy connections. I love this one. So it has a direct impact on our metabolic health when we have healthy connections. That means when we are connecting with people, which feels so good to do. So again, finding an accountability partner with your daily movement. I love meeting up with friends and going for a walk in the park, or even a walk down by the beach, or just meeting up for lunch. I always make sure once a week I schedule one of my lunches, whatever day works out, but I have lunch with a friend. And I've been doing that for the past year, and what a difference that makes, because life gets busy. If you don't schedule it, it's not going to happen, right? And we always say, oh yeah, we should get together, we should have supper, we should go out, we should have lunch, but I was like, okay, you said that, I'm messaging you and we're putting it on the calendar and it's happening. And that has such a big impact on our health and wellness. Also, stress management. So being able to, we can't always control the things that are coming at us, but we can control how we respond. So finding ways to be able to unwind in the evening. Maybe you have a stressful job. When you come home, don't reach just for a glass of wine to try to take the edge off. Do some things. I find even just a walk around the block, giving myself, 5 minutes, or hydrating. So having a large glass of ice water, doing a little bit of stretching, an Epsom salt soak in the tub feels amazing, or playing a meditation, giving myself, again, it doesn't take long, 5 minutes can have a huge impact. And then smart supplementation. So it's really important, even if we're doing all these things, the healthy eating, the daily movement, the healthy connections, supporting our body with stress management. It's so important that we have this proper smart supplementation, because even if we're eating healthy, the nutritional value of those fruits and vegetables that we are harvesting from the ground is not the same. Okay, the nutrients in the soil have been depleted. Fruits and vegetables are just different now. I mean, unless you're, even if you're harvesting out of your own backyard, but now what's available in the grocery stores, all of that produce has taken its time in transit, right? There's been a lot of variants that have a big impact on how much nutrition we're actually getting, how much we're actually benefiting from our fruits and vegetables, especially. So making sure that we have that smart supplementation to be able to get everything our body needs to thrive and survive is really important. And that's where we're going to dive in. So there's 2 systems that I'm going to highlight and talk about. So one is the Metapower System. Okay, this is your big focus on metabolic health. And I will break this down into nice, tiny, bite-sized chunks so that you guys can see and understand how easy this is to work into your daily routine. And you can take all of it, or you can take part of it. It's really all about you. It's your personal health journey, right? So that's where we dive into the movement and metabolism. And then the first thing I'm going to talk about is your nutrition and digestion. Okay. And this is where you're going to learn a little bit about our most popular, #1 most reordered product is called Lifelong Vitality. And I think that, nutrition and digestion is so important. This is kind of like in our pyramid of health and wellness. This is the foundation, because if we don't have that proper nutrition in our body, it is very hard for us to even be able to absorb any other, like if we're using essential oils, let's say, it's hard to even absorb. And can you hear my dogs barking? I can't even think. Oh. I gotta do that. I don't know if someone's taunting them or what. There's a lot of barking going on down there. Okay, so Lifelong Vitality, this is your foundation, okay? And making sure that we have those proper nutrients, because if we don't have that, it is so hard for us to even be able to benefit from the essential oils that we're using to be able to absorb properly. Okay. So Lifelong Vitality, again, is Doterra's #1 most reordered product. It has a 30-day money back guarantee. Okay. So if you don't have more energy during the day, better sleep at night, less aches and pains, and better mood management, you can return the empty bottles after 30 days. Okay. It's incredible. And I just want to highlight for you why it is so beneficial. So there's 3 aspects to it. So it's a 3-part system. When you buy it, it comes in a box and it has all 3 of these supplements in it. Okay. So the Alpha CRS, this has really powerful antioxidants in it. This supports with your cellular energy, also your immune function, mental clarity, brain function. It has really great things like pomegranate and grape seeds, milk thistle in here. It has frankincense in here. This is going to help with your healthy cell function. Ginkgo biloba, of course, this is going to help with mental clarity. And there's lots of other things that are helping to support your overall cellular energy. Okay, good, powerful antioxidants in here to reduce that oxidative stress out of the body. Then we have the alpha CRS, and this is helping with promoting that healthy heart and your heart and circulatory health. So that's, heart and also your brain health, healthy joint function, immune boosting nutrients. We're also focusing on the healthy function of your brain, your eyes, your nervous system, promoting healthy skin. And this has a whole wide range of omega-3, 6, and 9 healthy fatty acids, okay? And that plays a really big role in our brain and our heart health. We also have essential oils in here like clove, frankincense, thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, and German chamomile. And lastly is the microplex. So this is 22 bioavailable essential vitamins and minerals. Okay, it's really important because, again, when we talk about the food that we're consuming, it's impossible to be able to get. Basically, this is compared to 12 servings of fruits and vegetables. So this is going to support that normal growth function. It's going to help to maintain healthy cell development. It's fighting off those free radicals because it's got vitamins A and C and E in it, helping with that healthy metabolism. That's what we're really focusing on tonight. And then we've got the bone health with calcium, magnesium, zinc, vitamin D. We're tapping into supporting your immune system. We've got things like calcium, magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper, manganese, all sorts of good stuff. Plus these got crazy things in here like kale and dandelion, parsley, kelp, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, spinach, all that goodness. We know those dark leafy greens are so good for our body. So again, we're just highlighting here very quickly that this is going to support your brain, your joint, and your cardiovascular development, helping with supporting your organs, your tissues, all of your body systems, including your metabolism, helping with mood and stress management, healthy hair, skin, and nails here. One of my friends was so happy and excited because she's never had eyebrows her entire life. And now she has eyebrows. She's like, oh my gosh, I actually, I'm 40 years old and now I have eyebrows coming in. So it is incredible. Supporting the immune system, which is really important as we're shifting into this fall season, and helping with sleep, your energy levels. So it says here to take 4 capsules of each. So what that means is, and when you first get started, I want to tell you, you want to take half the dose because our bodies are just like almost not even ready to handle all of this goodness. So in the morning, you take 1 of each of these. And then in the evening, you take 1 of each, okay? And you do that for about 2 weeks. And then you build up to taking 2 of each in the morning and 2 of each at night. And some people are like, oh my gosh, that's just so many pills. I don't know if I can do that. And I will tell you that you're going to feel so good. And I've helped people so I had a friend or a customer who couldn't swallow pills at all her entire life, could not swallow pills, but she was determined because the more educated she was about lifelong vitality, she's like, I need this in my life. And she's gotten so good at it. She has no issues and she's really thankful. And the reason why is because these are all like loosely packed pills. I don't have one here to show you, but it's not one of those hard calcified pills that you take and your body can't even break down in digestion. And it just really gets passed through your body as like expensive poop. This is something that your body can actually fully 100% metabolize and absorb and benefit from. So there's a ton of value here. So you'd have to spend more than $250 to get the ingredients in your lifelong vitality. Again, they are bioavailable minerals and they're whole food based. So when we consume them, our body knows and understands them and knows how to metabolize them, okay? Because it's a whole food. It's not something that's synthetically made. Helps with that absorption, and no GMOs, no dyes, no fillers, no synthetics, okay? Other supplements on the market, of course, they're going to be a synthetic. There's low bioavailability because it's hard for our bodies to be able to absorb like a 1-a-day pill that's just a hard calcified rock, basically. And they're highly concentrated. So they're overworking the body to be able to try to process them and break them down. And they've got dyes, sweeteners, all those sorts of things that can cause gut issues. So that's my little spiel on Lifelong Vitality. It is one of those products, like if you were going to send me off to a deserted island and I could only have one doTERRA product, it would have to be Lifelong Vitality because everything is in here. Okay. All right. So you've learned about how important it is to have that foundation, okay, for that nutrition and digestion. And now we're going to talk and focus on your metabolism, your movement and your metabolism. So your metabolic age and your biological age are inseparable, okay? So your biological age is really kind of, this is who you are. This is what your age is, or your chronological age is what exactly, like I'm 44. There's nothing I can do about that. But when we talk about your metabolic age, that is kind of swings somewhere between under 5 years of our chronological age or over 5 years. Okay, so it's somewhere around there. And you always see people that either they don't look their age, and that's either a good thing or a bad thing, right? You find out how old they are, or you went to school with them, and you're like, gosh, like Susie Q. We're the same age, right? Like she looks way older, or she looks really young. Like, what is she doing, right? How are we the same age? And that has everything to do with your metabolic age, okay? And it is something that we can work on, again, to be able to feel younger longer. If you've ever gone to like a high school reunion, or like, I mean, I think Facebook's amazing because you get to catch up with all the people that you went to school with. And like I said, it's really interesting to see the people who have aged well and the people who have aged not so well, right? Even though you're the same age, but it has everything to do with your metabolism. So our lifestyle choices can improve our health span, full stop. All right. So now is the time to start being conscious of this and being able to make those changes and those decisions on how we're going to improve our health span. And your health span is something different than your actual lifespan. Okay. I mean, it's great. We're living young, or we're living longer, right? Our lifespan is increasing. So maybe you live to be, 90. Okay. But it's not good if we're living to be 90 and for the last 7 or 8 years of your life, the quality isn't there, right? So our whole goal is to increase the health span. Your health span is how many years you're living healthy. So let's still set that goal to be able to, live to be 90, 95, 100, but we want to have more youth in those years. We want to be able to move. We want to be able to be with our family. I want to be the Gigi, the grandma that gets to actually like go on those trips, to go on those hikes, to be able to crawl on the floor and play with my grandchildren. I don't want to be, tired and slow and achy and have to take a nap. I want to be able to not skip a beat and be able to stay on top of it, right? So here are the 3 ways to dramatically improve your metabolic health. The first obstacle that we have as we talk about metabolism is maturing fat cells. So as you lose weight, you don't actually lose cells. You simply burn the fat stored in each cell, causing them to become smaller. So the steps you take to restrict fat cell growth are what makes the biggest difference between your body fat percentage or your BMI. So this is kind of the progression. This shows kind of like what it looks like as we gain weight. So these are your fat cells, and your fat cells get bigger and just blow up more like a balloon. So we don't get more cells when we gain weight. It's just those same cells that start to expand and fill up here. So we don't want, this is the only party that we don't want big blown up balloons. Okay. We want everything to be deflated. And the biggest thing that has the impact on this is doTERRA's Metabolic Blend. Okay, what this does is it inhibits that fat cell maturation. So what that means is it is protecting those cells that you just saw. It's protecting them from blowing up and getting bigger. This metabolic blend has grapefruit and lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon in it, okay? And those 5 oils work together synergistically to do several things. So first of all, it's going to inhibit that fat cell maturation. You can see this is a slide of before Metapower. This is little kind of bits of fat in the body. And then this is after taking Metapower. I think this is about like after 3 months of Metapower. And you can see how all of that fat those cells have shrunken down. And so it's going to inhibit that fat cell maturation. It's also going to help to curb cravings. So this is great for especially sugar cravings. So like middle of the day, that tends to be my time around, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock is when I kind of have that craving for just kind of that quick fix, something like a brownie or cookie or just an innocent piece of chocolate. But if I have my Metapower with me, this is something that I can take and it will help to curb any of those sugar cravings. So I just really don't, crave it anymore. And we're supporting our metabolic health. So we're helping to regulate those systems. There's 4 different methods of delivery here, and you can kind of take these whenever you want, but I'll show you what I do. The oil itself comes in it's 250 drops in the bottle, and you can use that. I love a drop in my water. I do that in the morning. I'll even do it like mid-afternoon. It's a great pick-me-up, and again, helping with those sugar cravings. There's little beadlets, so it's like a tiny, it almost looks like the size of like a fish egg, and this is something that I will have in my purse. I can pop 1 or 2 like after a meal or middle of the day. I find they're really great. They taste really good. So, and they also will like help to freshen your breath and help with digestion. So because there's peppermint in there, and even obviously ginger is going to be great for digestion. The gum is really great too. This is one, I don't chew gum a lot, but I do love this during a workout. So I've started running again, moving my body. And so I like to have gum just to help with hydration. Or again, that middle of the afternoon funk, or even late in the evening where I'm like, my husband loves ice cream. So he will have like a bowl of ice cream at night in bed, and I just don't want that anymore, and so, but it's tempting because there he is, and I will just have a piece of gum instead, and believe it or not, it does really help with those cravings. I don't even think about it anymore. And then the soft gels. So the soft gels, you can take 1 or 2 of those like after a meal to kind of help you to break of that habit of craving something. I mean, my grandma, she cooked for our family all the time. She made the most amazing meals. But she always had a dessert afterwards. So it would be the meal, and then she either, made cookies or a pie or something sweet, because that was just kind of what we did, right? And so I really needed to break myself of that habit of always reaching for something sweet after a meal. And so the soft gels have been great. If I take 1 or 2 of those, again, I don't even think about it. It's not even on my radar anymore. So that is the Metapower, the actual metabolic blend itself, that's going to inhibit that fat cell maturation. Okay. The next obstacle that we're going to talk about is blood sugar spikes. Okay. And the way to think about this is to think about a car, and to think about how blood sugar spikes can impact our body is the same as we think about the wear and tear on a car. So if you have, I've got 3 teenagers now in the house. One is doing his driver's ed. One is almost has a year under her belt of driving, and one's 19. She's a great driver, but it's always been a learning experience. The first couple of times, or even the first half a year with them behind the wheel. And you just know, right? I'm sure you can remember what it was like where, we come up to the stoplight, and it's like, and slamming on the brakes, right? And you're like, oh my gosh. And you're thinking about like how much wear and tear that does on the car. And then as soon as it turns green, that fast acceleration, this is going to wear the car down, right? It's the same way with our body when we have these high blood sugar spikes. So if we eat something really sugary or high carbohydrate, it's going to cause that glucose spike, that blood sugar spike, to spike up and then crash down. And that releases oxidative stress on the body, just like very similar wear and tear when you think about a car. So the best way to prevent these glucose spikes in the body is something called Metapower Assist. All right. And this is a supplement. You take this with your largest meal in the day. So whatever is your highest carbohydrate or your highest sugary meal, take one of these, and that is going to flatten that curve so you don't have that sharp glucose spike. It has berberine and mulberry leaf in here, in addition to those essential oils that I talked about, the grapefruit, the lemon, the peppermint, the ginger, and the cinnamon. Okay, so those natural tools are going to support that healthy blood sugar response so that we don't have that oxidative stress. Okay, oxidative stress, you guys, ages the body. So this is slowing that absorption down of carbohydrates and sugar. And I feel one thing that I like about it is that it also helps me to like feel fuller sooner. So, and I mean, I'm eating a healthy amount, trust me. But I used to, I mean, I'm one of those people, like my eyes were just always bigger than my stomach. And I also was taught to always clean my plate. That's another thing grandma taught me. And so, on my plate, I mean, when it's time for spaghetti, and I still love spaghetti, but I would just have this huge mounding, obnoxious heap of spaghetti. It's so good. And like I said, I would always clear my plate, but I never felt good after that meal, right? I felt like I needed to go hibernate like a bear or something, because I just had this extreme glucose spike in my body and then starting to crash down. So my body could not handle and take that much on. So now, yes, I get to eat everything that I want. I still enjoy spaghetti, but I always make sure that we've got other things to be able to have too. So make a nice healthy salad on the side. But when I take my assist with my pasta, I feel that like my portions, I just noticed it at first where I was like, man, I really can't finish this. And so I'm eating a lot less portion wise. Okay, the next obstacle is your cellular integrity. So at the age of 25 is when actually the production of our collagen and NADH, this is an energy molecule, starts to decrease in our bodies. So we are still producing this throughout our entire lives, but the production starts to decrease around age 25. So without that NADH, that energy molecule in our body, with that decreasing, that causes that metabolic function to decline. So as we are getting older, we can feel that, right? Things start to slow down. We don't maybe have the energy that we used to. We can't eat the same foods that we did, all of those things, because that NADH is starting and NMN is starting to decrease. So NADH and NAD plus are crucial for mitochondrial maintenance, especially related to our metabolic function. They convert food into energy, and they offer protection to cellular energy factories. It's also an anti-aging molecule. I don't know if you guys have heard of NMN. My dad has been taking, my dad's been taking this Metapower for almost a year now, and and it has this NMN energy molecule in it. And he texted me like 2 nights ago, and he's like, do I need some NMN? And I'm like, Dad, you're taking it. Like what, and he's like, I heard it was like this fountain of youth, molecule. And I'm like, you're getting it. Like it's happening. Like it's part of your life. You have it in your Metapower. And he's like, oh, thank God. So it is a anti-aging molecule. Okay. Collagen, it's the most abundant protein in the body. It's a key component to connective tissues that make up our tendons, our ligaments, our skin, our muscles. Again, it's something our bodies produce, but it drops with age around 25. Okay. So what we have to help to improve that cellular integrity and that longevity is Metapower. It's called Metapower Advantage. This is a sachet. Okay, it's a powder. It's activated by you. So you just open up the sachet. This is a 30-day supply, and you just add that to. I just do 4 ounces of cold water. Okay, it has to be cold water. Don't put this in hot water because it has, again, that important NMN, that energy molecule that is encapsulated and protected in chlorophyll. And so we don't want to degrade any of that in any way. And so keep it in nice cold water. This promotes that healthy biological aging, and it improves that health span, okay? That living healthier longer. It activates those longevity genes. It improves our cognitive function. It's supporting lean muscles and connective tissues and helping to improve skin elasticity and firmness. There's a ton of other things in here. So I know we talked obviously about the collagen. There's 9 different types of collagen in here, and that NMN but there's also the Metabolic Blend that is in here. So again, it has that grapefruit, that lemon, the peppermint, the ginger, and the cinnamon in here. It has their marine-based collagen, the red orange fruit extract, the NMN, that's that mononucleotide, the NADH, hyaluronic acid. I'm sure you've heard of this before because it's a wonderful anti-aging tool, along with resveratrol. Sea buckthorn fruit extract, that's another great anti-aging, also helping with good restorative sleep. Rose apple fruit extract, phytoceramides, liposomal vitamin C, and biotin. Okay, everything is in one sachet, super easy. It's not your average collagen because again, it's going to be 9 different types of collagen. It has been tested. It is in tripeptide form, okay, 70% tripeptide. And what's important about that is trying to think about like a sub sandwich, okay? And that's a peptide, okay? Sub sandwich, that's a peptide. It's impossible to be able to eat an entire sub sandwich, you know, to just shove that thing in your mouth and be able to chew it and eat it and be able to break it down and digest it, right? So tripeptide means that that sub sandwich has been cut into smaller bite-sized pieces so that we can eat it and consume it and absorb it better. Okay, so our body doesn't have to do the hard work of the digestion and breaking it as a food, breaking it down, but it's already been broken down. It's in a tripeptide so that as we consume it, our body can absorb it much faster. So it's going to be 12 times more bioavailable. And we have those 9 different types of collagen in there. Plus those other 11 other powerful ingredients that I talked about, very beneficial for your skin, your joints, your energy levels. It's anti-aging and regulating that blood sugar, okay? No artificial flavors in here at all, and a really great, very comparable price point to any other collagen on the market. Okay, let's see. I think I highlighted all these things, right? So you know all these ingredients are in there. It's a really great value, again, of everything that's in here. You're saving a ton of money this way. And remember, it's activated by you. So here is a very simple Metapower routine of what you can do. So you do 1 sachet mixed with 4 ounces of water. You could add a like a Metapower oil to it, or sometimes I love adding like a squeeze of lemon in there or a drop of lime oil, something like that. But this is going to promote that healthy biological aging, improve your cognitive function, helping with lean muscle and connective tissues, and improving the appearance of your hair, your skin, your nails, all of that. If you're really focusing and looking for like a good, to be able to like release some weight, sometimes people are what we call a super user. So you can actually do up to 2 sachets in one day. I wouldn't recommend any more than that because of that NMN energy molecule. If you are getting too much NMN like at once or in one day, it can cause headaches. So 2 a day is totally fine. Trust me, you do not need any more than that. Sometimes I will take 2 a day when I know I'm going to have a really challenging day. So I know that it's going to be a long day, or it's going to be strenuous, or even kind of stressful. I'll take 1 in the morning and I'll take 1 at night. And you can take this any time of the day. Okay. Everyone has a different preference. I prefer to take it in the evening. My husband and I, we mix it up, and in that 4 ounces of cold water, throw some ice in there. And it's kind of our right before bed thing, okay? And we just drink it down. You want to drink it within 15 minutes of mixing it up because it's got so much goodness in it. Again, that NMN and that chlorophyll, we want to consume it as quickly as possible. The assist that I talked about to help to decrease those glucose spikes by blocking that percentage of your carbohydrates and your sugars, you take that with your largest meal of the day, whatever one is the largest carbohydrate meal, okay? You can take up to 6 of these in a day. I don't think that you need to be able to take that many, but you know, sometimes if I have Chipotle for lunch and then we go out for Italian for dinner, like then I will definitely take 1 with each of those meals. And then this is, again, what is called freestyle, your metabolic blend. You can use any of these oil blends, you know, several times throughout the day. This is your fat inhibitor, curbing those sugar cravings and supporting your healthy weight management. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense, but that's a good routine. Okay. So if you could wave your magic wand, what would you want your health to look like in the next year or the next 2 years or the next 5 years or the next 20 years? I think it's really important as we start to plan our day and we take kind of a focus and look at our lifestyle choices. It's really important to look to the future and to look and see, where do you want to be? How do you want to feel? And I'll show you what an impact that. Here's some great testimonies to be able to show you of how people have changed. So this is a whole variety of different people, but you can see a change in skin. You can see a change in shape in the body. So, and sometimes people don't lose weight necessarily, but like the shape and silhouette of their body changes a lot. So, like where this bloating and inflammation is here, this is flattened out. Okay. Here's another one where this thickness, this almost kind of this bloating look. This was someone like no matter what they did, no matter what they ate, they were always feeling like this and looking like this. And so this is the change from using just Metapower. This is my friend, Dr. Kelly Lancaster, and you can see the difference in her face, even like underneath her eyes. There's a huge difference here of how she looks. So this is within a month's time. And here's another one. So this is right before Metapower. And then this is, several months into it. But I mean, I don't even recognize this person. I think it's pretty crazy of how different it can be. Lots of different ages groups here, men, women, all sorts of different changes here. But this is here where she was taking basically the lifelong vitality that I talked about and Metapower, okay, and some turmeric. Here are also some statistics to look at as far as like cholesterol levels and to know how those have changed within just 3.5 weeks, okay, using Metapower. Couple other ones here. I mean, this person looks amazing, but there's definite changes here, and just changes in the hair, the skin, the nails. Those are big things, and even their eyes look brighter, right? And again, this is me. This is in the first month or just starting, nothing, and then month 2 and month 4. Same thing here. And what I noticed was a huge change in just like my muscle tone, just the way that my skin, just the tone of it. Plus, by what I do is I take that metabolic blend, that oil, and I will actually mix it with any kind of a moisturizer. Okay. It can be just a regular lotion, or it could be an oil, anything like that, and just massage it into problem areas. So that might be your legs, it might be your stomach, your sides, your back, wherever. And be able to massage that in, and doing that twice a day. So that has made a big difference in the tone also. And this is my face. Like this is me 7:30 in the morning with no makeup on, but you can see how just the color of my skin is so much different. So here it is. And I didn't even know that I looked that bad. I mean, I really, really didn't. But my skin is almost like kind of a gray color, right? I look kind of mean. But over time, within this 4-month period, you can see the change in the skin tone, color. Again, underneath the eyes, that darkness is gone. It's pretty significant. So let's see. You can tell me, Faye, do you feel like sharing anything about your Metapower at all?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as you know, I was hesitant. For one thing, if there's anybody listening to this, I take a thyroid medicine and I was worried because of the grapefruit, but I since found out that it's from the rind and it does not affect your medication or your thyroid levels. And then, so I started off really slow and I was just inhaling it, and it gave me good intentions so that I lost 4 pounds, and I struggle with losing weight. So that's the beginning of my story. And just literally this last weekend, Ellen and I did an art show together in Door County. And when I came home, I looked in the mirror and I'm like, you better take some more measurements because I look more toned. I haven't necessarily lost a ton more weight, but I have much more energy. I was drinking Advantage. I did the whole packet every day over the weekend, and oh my gosh, it was incredible how much energy and positivity I had.
That's awesome. So yeah, and sometimes like, it's not always a weight thing, right? So I always tell people when you first get started, take some measurements, take those pictures because it's some people are like, well, I haven't lost any weight. Or like Dana said, she hasn't lost any weight, but her measurements, she's down significantly. So that's amazing. Yeah, I'm happy for you. And you needed all the energy you could get there.
Well, I know, right?
Sounds like it was a good, successful show.
Oh, yeah, it's a great group of people.
Good. Awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. All right. Thanks for sharing, Faye. And so this is the whole entire system. Okay. You could dive right in. I love this bundle because it has everything, that we talked about Metapower related. And then you can, when you don't need to reorder everything, but you can just pick and choose. Like you wouldn't need to reorder the oil every single month or the beadlets or the soft gels. The gum, it just depends on if you're, a gum chewer or not. But like the collagen, that's a 30-day supply. The assist, that's a 30-day supply. But it's nice to get it all in one when it's bundled together. When you make your purchase, you're saving even a little bit more. So anytime you purchase anything from doTERRA, everybody gets the wholesale prices. Okay, just so you know, any purchase you make, you will instantly get 25% off of the retail, and it will include a free wholesale account. So that means that you can log in, and as soon as you log in with your email or your user ID and password, it will unlock those wholesale prices, and it will open that door to all these amazing products that you can get for 25% off of the retail. Okay, so you could start off with this system. I love it because in the box, when you open up the box, it breaks down the steps for you. It says step 1, step 2, step 3, and it shows you exactly how to take it. Okay, so that's $179. It's free shipping with that. Again, you're getting even below the wholesale price with that. That has your collagen, it has the oil, the beadlets, the assist, it has absolutely everything you need. You get folded into our communication of education, or our community of education and support. And again, you're getting that 25% off of the retail. You also have the option to be able to completely customize and save that way. So lately, I've been talking to a lot of people that really want to start when realizing how important lifelong vitality is and wanting to incorporate that, okay, into the routine. So they're starting off with the collagen and the lifelong vitality together. Okay, so you can get that together for $150. And then again, you have a wholesale account. So even sometimes people will order this and then they're like, gosh, but I really love rosemary, or I love lavender or peppermint. You can add anything to your order. I had someone tonight who just got started with a deodorant, okay, the balanced deodorant, just set up her account and all she did was order a bottle of deodorant. I'm totally fine with that because I'm like, okay, we're putting some good stuff on those pits. That's important to me. Okay, something really cool that you can do is, or something that we're offering, okay, our team is doing a special growth program. It's running September 1st through the end of November. And we have this special promo. So any brand new customer who starts with a 100 PV, that's a point value or product value opening order, you can get a free bottle of Citrus Bliss. Okay, Citrus Bliss is an oil that is sunshine in a bottle. It smells amazing. It's like all of our citrus oils combined together, and it just instantly makes people happy, which I think is really important to have in your little arsenal as we shift to these, the daylights is starting to decrease. It's starting to get a little cooler. Actually, not this weekend, but we know which direction we're heading, right? And so being able to have something like Citrus Bliss on hand and being able to put that in the diffuser or even using it as your personal perfume is so handy, makes a huge change. And then, so that's with any 100 PV order, okay? Any new customers that start with a 200 PV order, they can get the free Citrus Bliss, but they also get a free 5 ml of frankincense and a roller ball of adaptive and a free diffuser. Okay, so it's pretty amazing. I think that is $120 value of all of these products. So Plus, you get that free wholesale account where you can get 25% off of the retail at absolutely any time. If you're already a customer, or they have it set up now so that even if you are starting off as a new customer, when we add something like Lifelong Vitality or Metapower Advantage to your cart, it will instantly become like a shop within a shop, and there will be a button there to be able to customize. And you will be able, I think on this next screen, it's easier to see. So you can get your Lifelong Vitality. And once you add that to your order, it will open up and allow you to get up to 3 different supplements at an even deeper discount. So even below that wholesale price. So if you get your Lifelong Vitality and then you add your Metapower Advantage or collagen, it's a great way to do that because you're going to be saving an additional $20 there. Okay, so instead of being the wholesale on the Metapower Advantage of $84.50, now it's going to be $65. Or I've been helping people with getting their first box of collagen for $84.50 and then adding that second box for $65. Okay. You could also add other supplements that we offer. Terrazyme, this is a natural enzyme that helps our body to be able to break down our food so that we can absorb our nutrients better. Or PB Assist, this is your pre and probiotic, something really important for making sure that we have that healthy microflora in the gut. Okay, we want all the good bacteria in our gut so that there's no room for any bad bacteria. Then the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex, this is another great one that I love to be able to take for any kind of pain management. Okay, anything that we used to buy, that we used to purchase over the counter for any kind of aches and pains, now we use this instead. A great natural alternative and something that isn't going to put any stress on your organs. And then Mitomax, this is for energy and stamina. So not something that I use on a daily basis, but it's definitely something I love to have on hand when I know I'm going to have a long day, or I've been working all day and then I know I'm going to be doing things throughout the night, right? I'm not going to be just at home relaxing. We've got something going on. Mitomax is a great tool. And then as a customer, one last thing, something really cool that's very recent that we just came out with is our Refer a Friend program. So if you are a customer, and we always love to talk about the things that we love, right? We always share with our friends anyway. I'm always sharing, Amazon links or where I love to go to eat or where I love to go on vacation. I'm always giving people recommendations for things that I love or things that I know that they would love. And Doterra has this amazing new program called Refer a Friend, where you can get basically you share your referral link as a customer to one of your friends. And whatever they purchase, okay, they will also get that 25% off of the retail, but you get 20% of whatever their PV, their purchase was in doTERRA dollars. And you can use that for absolutely anything. There's no restrictions on it. It will pay for absolutely anything that's in your cart. So that's called Refer a Friend. It is so cool. And that's just rewarding you for being able to, really bless people's lives with natural alternatives for their health and wellness. So, but that's, something we can learn about as you begin as a customer. But let me know if there are any questions. Any questions for me? You do know. Thanks for sticking with us, Ellen. All right. Well, I will get the recording up. I will make sure you get a copy of this. I know it was a lot of information, and that's why it's good if it's recorded. Then you can always, check back or review a thing, or, definitely Faye's super knowledgeable, so you can ask her any questions. She knows all what's going on. So, all right. Well, have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.